Hello there, and a very warm welcome to another edition of Channels Beam. I'm Victor Matthias. Now, the drama that took place as a result of a blockade at the National Assembly by operatives of the Department of State Services has again brought to the fore the debate over the supremacy of institutions and agencies and those who lead them. Another question it raised is, in whose interest did it happen? The masses who voted them into government, or the elites in power, as well as the evolving nature of Nigeria's democracy since independence? Now, that will be our focus on the program today, but let's first take a look at the trending topics in the past week. Well, there you go. Those were the trends in the past week. But joining us to look at the topic of the day, I have to my immediate right, Sulaiman Kazim. Thank you for joining us on the program today.
It's my honor.
Of course. And we also have on the far right, Ugochukwu Ikeako. Thanks as well for joining on the program.
Thank you for having me.
You kind of shifted your eye a bit, like rolled your eye. What was the reason?
Thank you for having me.
Very well. Well, we have on the hangout joining us from from Prague, actually, in Czech Republic. Godi Wogu, thanks as well for joining us on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Very well. So let me come back to you guys to kickstart this conversation. I mean, a lot of blame game has been going on, in terms of what happened at the National Assembly with the blockade. But I mean, let's first of all, let's look at it now with the removal of the DGSSS. Does this solve our problem, Simon?
Yeah. I of course it's a big relief because that's the best thing that could have happened to the presidency. That's the best thing. They have to be a fall guy. Of course, the fall guy at that particular moment happens to be Lawal. So it's just that was the best thing that the VP could have done at that particular moment, considering everything that happened to the build-up of what actually played out at the National Assembly. So for me, it's just quite unfortunate that the people that we know, they oftentimes are being used for dirty jobs. The guys in black, It's unfortunate that they're not the ones that actually did that dirty job. It's quite disappointing that the people that the Nigerian populace still have a level of confidence in the DSS You know, they're the ones that were used for that dirty job. It's a dirty job, whichever way you want to say it, whichever direction.
Maybe that's why
whichever way you want to say
we
it.
had this outcome we had.
Yeah, it's a dirty job.
Result,
it's a dirty job.
So let me bring Ugochukwu into this. I mean, so this brings us to the issue of individuals and institutions. Who is actually supreme. As it is, our institutions don't seem to have that supremacy over the personalities we have in government, and even in some public offices. I mean, so how do we bring this to an end?
I think first of all, we just have to keep in mind that what happened over the last 1 week it was sad. It's sad to our democracy. Our democracy in Nigeria is still evolving, and we're still at a point where some individuals see themselves bigger than the state, and it's tragic. The truth is that institution doesn't just grow overnight. It's people that build it. And what happened over the week is a sad reality. And Nigerian people, we need to step back and ask ourselves a question. Prior to 2015, there was a move for a one man, for a messiah that can fix our democratic institution. And someone came with the mandate that he's a reform Democrat. And we've seen over the last couple of weeks and months and over the last 3 years that what this same man and his team said is directly opposite to what's happening. So for us to fix this, we need to go back before we elect any candidate, be it in the House of Assembly, in the National Assembly, be it in the presidency. We need to look at what is the democratic antecedent. We don't just elect anybody.